Well, good morning and welcome back to Balfour Farm. It is a snowy morning. Winter has arrived and I think it's here to stay. What are you doing? We got to get off and do some work and clean up some of this snow. So they're calling for below zero temperatures for the next couple days, or right around zero. Really cold wind chill, I think 14, 15 below. So we've got to get things cleaned up and ready. The snow is here to stay. All right, first project of the day is to get the driveway cleaned up. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of gas in the truck, so we're gonna have to make just one trip up and one back. Enough to clear the driveway so I can get out and go downtown and get some gas. Just on empty. Empty. Well, hopefully the gauge goes. Doesn't really mean empty. This thing is so fuel efficient that I managed to plow the entire driveway. Now somehow I have more gas than when I started. I'll show you. Gas gauge is now above empty after plowing for a bit. So this truck is a 1989 Dodge, and so it's 36 years old. And, there's a lot of things that don't work right on it, like the fuel gauge. It's usually fairly accurate, but every once in a while it doesn't work, which today I'm glad it didn't. Or at least I hope I'm glad. I hope there's still fuel in there. Alright, well that's enough snow plowing for right now. Now I need to get off and clean up some around the farm here, and then we've got a few other projects that have to be done today. Alright, so we've got our driveway all cleared up. Now all we have left to do is clean up of the walkways around the grain bins and things like that. And for that, I have something new. So this company, it's Garvee. They reached out to us and they asked us if we wanted to try out some of their products. We looked on their website and they have a ton of stuff. What we picked out here to try out is a snowblower. So we're gonna battery powered snowblower, so I don't have to worry about running out of gas. We're having gas on hand. This is a 12-inch snowblower. It's battery powered. I don't know how many volts. We'll have to take a look and see here. So I guess that's the on-off trigger there. More parts. Oh, there we go. There's the battery. Oh, 20 volt. This has power to it. Ooh, fully charged. Perfect. There we go. It's even directional. It's got a little knob on there. We're going to take this out and put it to use. We're going to try and clean up under some of the grain bins. And instructions. We don't need those, so there he goes in the handle. I'm just going to put this together now. That's easy. Just screws together. Plugs in and then screws together. Ooh. Ha. All right, let's go try it on some snow. See how it works. So we've got plows and tractors and all sorts of equipment to clean up snow around the farm. What we don't have is a way to clean under the grain bins easily, and I'm hoping this is the solution to it. Getting under the grain bins to clean out with a snow shovel is not ideal, and it's a pain. So I'm hoping that if we can get this to push underneath there, clean out, it'll make life much easier. All right, I did read the directions. It says that it's should only clear about 2 or 3 inches of snow. We have quite a bit more than that here. We're gonna give it a go and see how much it'll clear, see how well it does. So I thought I would start with a wide open space to begin with. The grain bins are a little bit of tight quarters, and I thought this would be the best spot to get used to working it and see how far it actually throws the snow before I get too close to the actual buildings and the grain bins. Actually took it right down to clear concrete all the way over here. Really surprised, actually. And it blows it quite a ways out. It said something about 16 feet, I think, that it'll blow snow. It's probably doing every bit of that and then some. All right, well, that probably wasn't a fair test. It says it'll do like 3 inches of snow or so. 3 or 4 is what it says. And it'll shoot at 16 feet. There's a good 6 to 8 inches of snow here. The snow is actually above the little snowblower. And it worked. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. I was a little skeptical at first that it was actually gonna work and work well. This thing has a ton of power. Works great. I've got most of this clear. I'll show you here. So this snow had been packed down because we had actually been walking on it, so it wasn't the best way to test it out, but it still managed to take it right down to the bare concrete. There's a little bit more there I'm going to clean up, but I want to get off and test it on the grain bins. That's where I really want to see how well it works. This is actually much more fun than shoveling snow, I can tell you that. It's so easy. It's good on the back too. Anyway, we're going to try this here on the grain bins and see how well it works. This is the real purpose that we have it for, is I'll show you here. So we've got all these grain bins. We've got another one over there, and there's no easy way to get underneath there without bending in half and getting in there with a shovel and trying to shovel it out. So this is the idea, is I want to try and clean off this whole pad, and I'm thinking this should work much better. I can just push it underneath there and blow it all away from the grain bins. Well, this is working far better than I had hoped for. I thought it would work on real light, fluffy snow. I wasn't sure how well it would work on wet, heavy snow. So I've come over here between the two barns. The snow is pretty light and fluffy, but all the water drips off the barn here. So this is saturated snow, and it blows right through it. No problem. Once it gets super deep with the wet, heavy snow, you need to take it in like layers. So I take the top 4 or 5 inches off and then drop it down, take another 4 or 5 inch bite of it. The snow is probably almost 10 inches deep here, so where it's come off the roof and then just collected up. So All right, well, this worked really well. I was amazed at how well it worked. It cleaned up. I've used it for over an hour now, and I was wondering how long the battery would last. It's been an hour and it still has power to it, but I've got everything cleaned up that I need to clean up. So we did this whole parking area here where we park our box truck, did the walkways to all the different buildings, went and did all the grain bins, did around those, did a big pad in between the two cow barns, which, yeah, I normally can't get to that with a skid steer. It's hard to get to. This worked perfect. Really, I'm actually looking forward to snow again next time, believe it or not. But it worked great, and I'll show you a little bit here about it. So like you saw earlier, it has a 20-volt battery. It's rechargeable, which I'll take it in and put it on the charger tonight. So next time we have snow, it'll be ready to go. It has this little dial here. There's fins which can direct the way you're blowing the snow out, whether it's right or left, or right straight ahead. And it shoots it. It says 16 feet, but I think it actually goes a little bit further than that. So I think this would pretty easily do somebody's normal driveway, but we're gonna just use it. Our driveway's 3/4 of a mile long, so we're obviously not gonna do that. But around the buildings, the walkways, and the biggest thing, like I said, is under the grain bins. It is such a pain to get underneath those, try and keep them cleaned out all winter long. The snow blows in underneath there. This is really gonna help things out there, so really looking forward to using this more. So a big thanks to Garvee. They're the company that actually sent this out. You can go on and check out their website. I'll put a link below. You can actually use discount code BAL10, BAL10, and you'll get 10% off anything you order, anything, whether it's a snowblower or whatever you want. They have a ton of stuff on there. Farm related, house related, you name it. There is so much stuff on there. Anyway, huge thanks to Garvee, and yeah, look forward to using this a lot more, actually. Now, if I could only figure out how to use it to clean off the solar panels. I think that might be a bit much, though. So, got to get off now. Use the snow rake, clean off all the solar panels. It's a cloudy day, but we'll still make some solar power, so to recharge our electric snowblower. All right, 30 panels down, 30 more to go. So gonna get this done real quick, and then I need to go get some lunch. Then we get on to the next project, putting some equipment away. It's gonna get super cold here for the next week or so. So we need to have a spot to park all the tractors under cover, the skid steer, the equipment, everything gets put away when it gets really cold. With the exception of the old Dodge pickup truck here. This sits outside year-round because it'll start no matter how cold it gets. All right, well, we're back at it. Just came back from lunch, and now we've got another small, quick project. I hope it's quick. We're gonna put up, we have one of those little tents. It's almost like a carport. We actually use a tent for our big events wherever we go, like the fairs and things like that. I've got that. I'm gonna set it up and hopefully park the bale chopper in it. I want somewhere that it can be stored out of the snow, We don't have enough barn space right now, so we're gonna set up this and stake it down really well. Hopefully it lasts the winter, and we'll have a dry spot out of the snow to park our chopper, round bale chopper that is. Ready? Ooh, that's cold on the bare hands. I should get the gloves on, huh? Yeah, kind of cool. Yeah. All right, well there it is. It's not the prettiest thing, but got our little tent building up to keep the snow out of the chopper. I'm gonna have to reinforce this at some point to make sure it lasts for the winter. Add some 2x4s or something, but keep the snow off it. There it is. It's done. Get ice cubes in your water. All right, well, we are back at it this morning, and it is a frosty one. It is 2 below air temperature with a minus 14 wind chill. The wind isn't terrible right at the moment. It's been coming and going. Last night it was 30-mile-an-hour winds. It was brutal. Put a calf jacket on this heifer here. We're gonna have to adjust that. It slides down over her head. So these heifers here are old enough that they don't need it, but she's just a little one. Oh, let me see what I can do. Not sure I even caught any of that, but Crumbs here, which is out of Oreo. Her calf coat was falling off, so we fixed that. Crunchy snow. All right, the pigs are keeping the deer warm this morning, so we parked the John Deere, one of them here in the pig barn. Keep it out of the wind, out of the snow. Pigs look awfully happy this morning. Oh, piggy. All right, well, it's the end of the day now, and I've just come out to double check on everybody, make sure everything's put away, closed up, water everybody one last time, and push up feed here. As you can see, the cows are in no hurry to come inside. It's, I think, probably 2 or 3 degrees at the moment. It's not windy though, and they seem to be just as happy outside. Once it starts getting dark, they'll probably wander into the barn here. There's a few back here eating, so. All right, well, everybody seems to be all set. The barn smells incredibly good today. We've cleaned it out just recently. We've got fresh bedding in here, lots and lots of chopped hay, like you would have seen in the last video. We've just been piling it in here, and yeah, it smells good. It smells like sawdust and fresh chopped hay. It smells really good. The pigs are really liking it. Well, that is going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of what we're doing here on the farm. And we will see you next time.